Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Anditesh Ordo, and today I'm going to be doing a video on Nightsisters, on my kind of thoughts and predictions for the rework, on what we hope and can predict to see. And yeah, this is where my Nightsisters actually sit right now. I don't have Ventress at all. Nightsister Talia's only up there because of chromium packs. That's kind of the same with the other two Nightsister. Oh, I think Initiate's the one you get out of the Galactic War, and here, let me cheat and see. I think one of them you get out of the Galactic War, and excuse me. Yeah, it's this one. So I've only got it that far. Am I planning on farming her? Depends on how she is. Of course, I hope Nightsisters aren't for any sort of event. But I was reading in the forums there's kind of rumors or speculations or whatever that you may need Nightsisters to get one of the new versions of Maul. That'd be kind of interesting to see per se, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, I'm going to talk about some predictions. Like, I will say this though, I really still hope that Mother Talzin is a legendary event. I really do. And having a separatist or need for a separatist or droid or even a dark side droid team to unlock would not be that bad at all. So going ahead, we're going to go ahead and talk about Old Daka. So right off the bat, probably a lot of things some things that may or may not change will be probably percentage chances for, like stunning, for instance. Stunning may go up to 65% and, stun a random enemy 50% or 60%. Of course, I would like to also see kind of a random daze on this as well. That'd be kind of cool to have like a 65% chance to daze a random enemy. So you might randomly daze an enemy, which actually gets really good. But I don't see that ability being too much changed. This one I can see changed a little bit. And the Ewok rework, we had Ewok Elder, one of the other super amazing healing, reviving characters. And this one I could see change a few different ways. One, the percentage of health recovery going up to either 35 and or 40% would be nice. And maybe a 40% chance to revive defeated allies at 1 health. Another thing that could change is she might also, because she's an elderly, experienced, wise, because they call, Mother Talzin says one of the wisest of, Nightsisters that are there. Old Daka could fill that role better, and maybe cleanse either all allies or cleanse Nightsisters, maybe give a little turn meter or something, but just making it to where Old Daka is just a little bit better in this area. Outside of that, there's not much I can see going out on that. So Nightsister Elder, because she is an elder, like Ewok Elder, but this is a Nightsister Elder. I will admit, for gameplay wise, she is my favorite Nightsister thus far. Favorite Nightsister of canon, legends, etc. I actually do kind of like Mother Talzin. I'm not fond of Nightsisters, but as a faction to battle with, they would be really unique per se, since a lot of them are healers and attackers. There's like maybe some support, but obviously we don't see really any characters that might actually be tanks, unless they make Mother Talzin a tank, and then when she taunts, she gets like a super increased protection for a few turns, as long as she has taunt or something. I don't know. But I don't see that being possible. I hope she's like I do hope Mother Talzin comes in. I don't see why they wouldn't add her in, but we'll see what that happens. So with Nightsister Elder, obviously the percentage 40 to 40% defense is going to be the thing. Honestly, this leadership ability can be reworked to make it even better. And that depends on, obviously what happens with, what they actually do. But I'm kind of predicting and kind of hoping that this is the way they do it, where Nightsister allies, the defense goes up to 80%. One, all the Nightsisters seem somewhat squishy in a way. They're not, at least with the current Nightsisters, they don't survive much. They don't have a tank in the Nightsister clan, unless they make like Lou, Snalith, or Karis, I think it was what it was, one of them a tank. I don't know. I don't see one of them being tanks. But, gaining 80% defense, 50% critical avoidance. Yes, critical avoidance. I personally would like to see critical avoidance be used a little bit more, because there's so much critical chance going around. It's like, give us some, a defense against it. This 10% health can go up to like 30 or maybe even 40% health. That's some things. And honestly, this one is one I would like. I'm getting annoyed with Zetas, because, they're hard to farm. They take me about a month to a month and like 8 days just to get a character Zetaed up. And I'm only at 2 characters. One I use frequently, and one I'm kind of regretting using. I could have saved it for more Han Solo, because I am using Han Solo, but change this one to a Zeta. And the reason being is you could do a few things, like when Nightsisters are critically hit, have them gain, health and protection back, maybe even cleanse them if they're critically hit, kind of like a Savage thing, but, as a leadership ability. If the Nightsisters critically hit, heal them 10% health, 5% protection, and cleanse them from all negative status effects. They could also, if they're critically hit, gain critical immunity up for 2 to 3 turns. So something of that nature to, make this leadership ability better. Yes, I know we're going to get another leadership ability, because I don't see why not they would throw Mother Talzin in. And throwing Mother Talzin in means they're going to be definitely going to have another leadership ability through her. Hers might be even better than Asajj Ventress's. Or maybe Asajj Ventress might be better than, but still having another leadership ability, a decent one to play around with, would not hurt. So yeah. And then her SWGOH, I can easily see be Zetaed out. The percent chances are going to probably go up a little bit. Daka has maybe 15% chance to revive a defeated ally, maybe at 35% health. And honestly, having more stat boosts, like, first off, offense and defense up should be on them for like 2 to 3 turns. And maybe having speed up and critical immunity up, or tenacity up, or let's see, what's another one I was thinking of? There's a lot of different stats you can throw on. I'm thinking 3 to 4 stats would be great. The duration go up to like 3 turns, and the revived character gets like maybe 35% turn meter or something like that. But that's old Daka. I have thought about her often throughout the months, what could be better with her. I will admit, that is some weird hairdo. Just imagine waking up every morning to do it that way. But anyways, going on. Well, of course the Force would help her. Talia, that's a disappointment there. Talia, I will admit, like, she does really good on, she's decent early game to mid game, but then late game, well, at least early game. Mid game, I've kind of dropped her mid game, mainly because of her healing ability, but she does do some decent damage, especially early game. Like here, during strike, deals physical damage, target enemy, recover health equal to 100% of the damage dealt. That could still stay the same. That's great. She could also potentially, because she's a healer, kind of do something similar to Barris, where it's like 20% of and then other allies gain 20% of the damage dealt. So that she's still healing allies. It'd be a crazy team of healers that just keep healing each other. That would be an insane, annoying team to face. But I don't know. That versus Commander Luke nowadays, who knows? This tech does 20% more damage for each target, suffering damage over time. Honestly, I could see that being, 30% or even 40% more damage dealing to targets dealing or suffering debuffs, just suffering debuffs. And then maybe, yeah, it's just suffering debuffs. That would actually make it to where she's a little more viable damage-wise. So yeah, Water of Life, well, let me get it maxed out there. Consumes 20% of her max health. Each other ally recovers 40% of their max health and gains 30% turn meter. Obviously, I can see this to where Tali just, gains 25% turn meter or a little bit more turn meter. The rework possibility could be where, even though she consumes, she could also cleanse a team or cleanse just Nightsisters. Or maybe even do something that I think I've suggested in one other video where you cleanse like a few different specific negative status effects. Like say damage over time, flame, and shock, something of that nature. I'm just kind of giving an example there where they cleanse all these specific debuffs. Something different. Howling Assault deals special damage and inflicts damage over time for 4 turns. Yeah, that one's not bad. Like, honestly, damage over time for 4 turns is great. Could also do damage over time in days. So we could get some days out there to start countering some of these flipping Commander Luke teams. Where's Zeta Maul? He needs to come back. But yeah, this one is, it's still pretty high damage. Even, when I was actually using her, I loved using her Hovering Assault because it would do a ton of damage. And then I just finish it off with a couple of, like a strike from Jedi Consular and Chewbacca and boom, done. Of course, that's early game. Nightsister Nimbleness. That's weird. Okay. This one right now says the Nightsisters gain 16% evasion. Other allies gain half this amount. And then whenever an ally evades, 50% chance of recovering 5% of their max health. This could definitely improve to, 20% evasion. Get rid of the 50% chance. Just make it 100% chance. They recover maybe 10% of their max health, 5% of their protection, and when they evade, something. Of course, this is a Nightsister leadership ability I just barely remembered because I forgot about it until just now. And honestly, it still wouldn't be too bad, Maybe they could actually get some sort of Nightsister, maybe granting something else to actually improve this. Maybe when they evade, they have a 50% chance to gain foresight or something. So they're definitely going to evade most times, and or actually maybe critical hit, because there are starting to be characters with basic abilities that can't be evaded, which is can be annoying and not at the same time. But yeah, that's Nightsister. There's some thoughts on her. Nightsister Acolyte. This is the weirdest healer we have in the game. Weirdest. So first off, just 55% deals damage and has a 55% chance to stealth. It could be better, maybe like 80% chance to stealth for 2 turns. Let's see. Deals special damage to target enemy. This is what gets me. It's like on a finishing blow, gain 40% turn meter and remove all negative status effects from all allies. So this ability has to kill someone to cleanse your team. I can still see that being possible, but as a extra way of cleansing a team, but still, it's like I don't know. I like maybe cleanse all other non-Nightsister allies, and maybe when she uses this ability, it's a 3-turn cooldown where she can still cleanse. Or cleanse on a critical hit. That'd be a little better than, oh, I have to kill the person. Good luck with that if you really need that cleanse. You're better off trying to crit someone than, kill them. You have a better chance of that, at least. And then Thrill of Victory has 15% crit chance and recovers 20% of max health when scoring a critical hit. This can be changed. This could obviously be raised up to 25% crit chance, or just 20% crit chance, and then, or even 30% crit chance and 30% max health when scoring a critical hit. And then other Nightsister allies, gain. This is not a leadership ability, but unique that actually, assists your allies, your Nightsister allies. Nightsisters gain half this amount, or on top of this, other Nightsisters have, say 35% health steal. Something of that nature. Actually, I don't know. Let me look really quick. I want to look at this. I don't know how much health steal. Come on, load up. We're on the Acolyte, the wacky healer. I don't even know why it's classified as a healer. Support maybe, but still. Or just an attacker. Let's see. Does she have health steal? I think it's defensive. Health steal 0%. So maybe her and Nightsister allies gain health steal. Something. Nightsister Initiate. This is the one that actually has... I think this is the only character that actually has 3 abilities that, just are attacking moves. There's no unique. That could be added in with Nightsister Initiate, but she is an Initiate, so all she's going to do is attack, which makes sense. So we'll look at those really quick. And I think this is the last one because Ventress is the last one, and Ventress is kind of, decent enough as is. Deal physical damage to target enemy. On a critical hit, inflict damage over time for 3 turns. So, honestly, that ain't too bad. Maybe these other 2 abilities is where I'm going to go with it, but, this one's like cut down, deals physical damage to target enemy, an additional 70% chance on a critical hit. This one could have a chance to call in another Nightsister to assist. Because, you got the Master training the Initiate, and, they're kind of together kind of thing or something. So, calling in an assist, and this one is also one that would call in an assist. 75% chance to render the target immune to a positive status effect for 2 turns. Basically, it's buff immunity is what it's called. That's definitely going to be reworded for sure. But yeah, this one's pretty good though. You give them buff immunity. Actually, this one I do like with the way it is. Just maybe giving a chance to call in, an assist, and maybe that assist also renders gives them the chance. Maybe actually this is what it is. Well, I'm trying to ramble on this with this, but she has the chance that can't be resisted to maybe give tenacity down to the player or to the target, and the one assisting dealing like maybe 50% less damage is the one that throws on the buff immunity or the immunity to positive status effects for 2 turns. Don't get me wrong. I know this is this character's probably been out since the beginning, and so they're still working on rewording characters, but they only have so much time, so I don't blame them. I just kind of find it's funny wording. But yeah, that is, that's kind of my thought in there. Yeah, Initiate could give some assists on both her specials. But outside of that, that's just my thought on Nightsisters so far. Again, Ventress, she's really good as is. Let me look at her. I think she has... Yeah, she has an Omega here. They might actually rework her. Another thing, I wouldn't be surprised they actually bring in another version of Ventress. I've already talked about this in a few other Nightsister videos. Bringing in another version of Ventress as a Nightsister. But for the most part, we're probably just going to keep this one Actually, another thing would be nice is if they actually got this Nightsister or this Ventress's ship into the game at that time. It'd be a great opportunity to just throw it in. We get another ship as a marquee event, as well as 3 marquee events for each of the 3, Nightsisters there in the back game. And then we get the legendary event. That'd be a great, and then the rework update, and that would be a great, month for Nightsisters. But yeah, that is what I'm kind of predicting and, my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think on the Nightsister update in the comments below. Do you like the idea of what they're doing with Nightsisters? What would you like to see in Nightsisters to make them better? Again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And you guys have a wonderful day.